Hello everyone, this is Candy the 614 Stitcher, and today is Sunday, August the 27th, 2023, and this is my Flosstube episode number 92. I would like to say hello and welcome to any new subscribers. I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to check to see if there is something that I can enable you with. And to my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time that I upload a video. It's been a couple of weeks. As you know, I'm making no secret, I have really been struggling for the past couple of weeks. I think I've turned a corner now, and so I thought it would be very fitting for me to come back and upload a video and all the progress that I've made in the past 2 weeks. I want to especially thank all of you that personally reached out to me just to check and make sure that I was doing okay. It hasn't been this trying in quite some time. And so I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. You will never know what that personal contact means to me. I struggle to let people know what's going on with me because it's not just one thing, it's a million little things. And so I just want to thank each and every one of you. You know who you are that reached out and contacted me to check and make sure that I was doing okay, and I really, really, really do appreciate it. I haven't been up to very much except for cross stitching, and I have the window open, so I hope that the noise isn't too much. A motorcycle just drove by, which reminded me I needed to say that. I have been doing a lot of cross stitching. I had dinner out with a friend, which really helped me. Also, you know, it's just one of those things that I need to work through. I'm going to be doing a lot of soul searching and cleaning out of my home in the coming weeks, and so I just needed to wrap my head around that and some other things. So thank you again. I have been working and cross-stitching as a rule, and so I have lots to share with you. I have a new start, some whips, I have a couple of finishes, I have some stitchy kindness and investments, and then I will have my plans. So we're going to go right ahead and get right into the video. The first, I'm going to show you my new start, which is going to seem strange, but bear with me. I got to pull my cart is over. It was way over too far. So I always keep, life is like a bowl, just like a bowl of, I always say it wrong. In this Corey Creates bag that I received from my friend Carolyn, and so I keep my life is just a bowl of cross stitch, and this is September's, and I worked on the roll quite a bit. As it turned out, the stamp fabric, the Ada for the stamp, and there's Albert. I hope you're enjoying that running across the floor, Carolyn. I did not receive the stamp fabric, the Ada to do the stamp, or the finishing fabric, and so I have a note into them about that. But here is where I am on the needle roll. Ooh, there are strings hanging everywhere. So I've already put in the September. This quilt square needs one more stitch. I need to add the legs to this blackbird and finish the bottom of the basket and add the blackbird and finish this quilt block over here. This was my 25/7 for the past 2 weeks. I started it on August the 20th, and so this is where I have gotten to so far. I am hoping that they will send me the September. I'm sure if I looked around, I have the Ada to do the stamp on, but it's the finishing fabric that matches this that I don't have. So if they don't send it to me if I don't get it within the next couple of days, I'm gonna go ahead on and start the stamp. It's a because I'm sure I can match the Ada. This is being stitched on a 16 count parchment Ada cloth, and I am using the called for DMCs, and this is by Pine Mountain Designs by Sandra Workman. I received like the little felt wool balls to make the apples and everything. I just didn't receive this. So we'll see what happens. If not, then I'm sure I have some kind of finishing fabric in my stash that I can use. It's just nice that it would have been all matching, but if they don't send it, I'll figure out something else to do, because I like having them done. So that was my new start for this time. So now I'm going to move on to whips, and I have some whips, so let me share with you. So the first whip I'm going to share is Rosena Disery 1820, and this is by Works by ABC, which is Arlene Cohen, and it is a reproduction sampler of from the New York Historical Society, from I believe it is from an all-black girls' school, if I'm not mistaken. And here's a picture of where it was when I last worked on it and showed it to you. And here is where I'm at now. So the background on this project is that all of the stitching, so this whole top band and all the words are over one. The model was stitched on 32 count over one using one thread, but I'm stitching mine on a 28 count cobblestone by Color and Cotton, and there is where I am now. So this is the end of that page. Actually, the page ended like right here, but I went over and picked up. This is the end of it, and I have 3 more of these motifs that extend over to this way. So I'll be trying to get those, well, not for this month. We'll see what happens next month for sampler September, but that's where I am now. When I stitched on this for the past 2 weeks, I put in okay, this was Miss Shelia's choice for my WIPGO, and I put in I had already put in like 77 stitches. So now I've put in a total, I put in 614 stitches. So I met my WIPGO goal on August the 20th. And that's where I am now. It wasn't as bad as what I had first thought it to be. With that being said, though, I work on it like first thing in the morning when my eyes are fresh, so that I don't have to do a whole lot of squinting. I do use a 2-time magnifier, so it really helps. I also have been putting this project in a Q-snap, which really helps to open up the holes. So it has not been bad at all. That is Rosena Disery 1820. Yeah, I met my goal on 8/22. And you know, I thought, okay, let me get my calculator. Because I thought I had put the total number of stitches down, but I haven't. And if you see me looking around, there's a gnat that has been in here bothering me, and he just keeps flying around my head. So I was like, okay, so plus 337, 117, 160. Right, I put in 725 stitches, which met my WIPGO for the month. Again, this was Miss Shelia's choice, and at first when she chose it, I was like, oh, over 1 for WIPGO. But I'm glad that she did choose it, because it forces me out of my comfort zone. You know, every month I think, oh my God, how am I going to put 700 stitches in this? But every month so far I have hit my goal, or caught up on it. So I know that it is possible. I just have to have more faith and confidence in myself that I can do it. And I know I can do it. I've done it now for 8 months. So the next WIP I'm going to share with you is Harriet Tubman, and this is by the Primitive Hare. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So I still have a few. This was also a WIPGO project. I am stitching this on a 16 count hue by Fortnite Fabrics. Like, all I kept getting was fabrics. And so this is where I am now. I have closed up and it met the oval. I also put some more stitches in her face. I still have a few ninja stitches that I need to put in her face. But then what I decided to do, because I was tired of stitching one stitch here, one stitch there, so I came down, and this is the outline of her blouse. And pretty soon you'll be able to see her hand, but it extends over to here. So that's where I am now. I put in so that's where I am on her. And I put in 712 stitches. She was a WIPGO project for Representation Matters, which was number 24. Rosena Disery 1820 was number 18. So this was my number 24, and that is where I am. I put in 712 stitches, and I did get the floss so that now I can start, the next time I pick this up, I can start working inside the oval. As it turned out, I thought I had used a DMC color for the fill-in because this is full coverage. But you'll see in my investments that I actually ordered the toasted barley, so I'll be using that. I can't believe that I used toasted barley because I wouldn't necessarily normally use overdye floss for that kind of fill-in, but I did. So now I have 2 skeins of it, so hopefully I can not run out anymore. I probably should have got 3 skeins just to be on the safe side. But so that was my Harriet Tubman, and that was my WIPGO project for Representation Matters. My next WIP is a magazine monthly challenge theme piece, and it was Seasonal Sunshine. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here it is now. So you can see I finished the block. I took out stitches and finished the block right here. Then I put in some more of this line, motif line here, all the way over to the edge. And I put in a few more up here on the top. I've put in this part of the sun. I still have 4 more oranges that need to be put in, and then I started on the sky. This was used in the magazine monthly theme for forest because the sun shines in the forest. And so that is where I am on that. I put in 205 stitches. My goal was 200 stitches this month. Now, if you recall and have been around for a while, this piece is on my year of whips. So as the months keep coming, we're about to be in September, October, November, December. My goal is to have this piece finished. I think the date is December the 18th. I have to have it finished by. But I'm feeling very confident as long as I keep it in front of me and keep putting stitches in on it. So that's where I am on Seasonal Sunshine. It is being stitched on a 16 count Charles Craft Ada with the called for DMC colors. Okay. I'm just checking one little thing. Okay, my next whip is in my butterfly bag. And it is Temperature Butterflies. This is by Stitching Mommy. She has an Etsy shop and has all kinds of different temperature charts for cross stitch. Here's a picture of where it was when you last saw it. And here is where it is now. So the last time you saw it, this is the July butterfly, and I had it completed, and I was working on the August butterfly. Yesterday, on a Zoom call, I started stitching on the August butterfly, and I finished all of the stitches last night. This is the coolest day. It's yellow. It was 79 degrees in August. And the hottest day was 91 degrees. And that was on the 1st, which is up here. So, I also, last night, after I finished the August butterfly, I decided, since I already had the threads out, that I would go ahead on, and at first I put in the body last night. Then this morning it was still sitting on my Lowry table stand, so I went ahead on and put in, this is the odd side of the butterfly, and I put in all the veining for the odd side, and then I went ahead on and put in the wing and started the veining on September. This project is on my Year of WIPs, which is a group, I didn't say this at first, which is a closed group right now by Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher, and it is slated to be finished this year also. And I feel even better now that I have put in the bulk of the September butterfly, because now I can just literally start filling in the colors and finish the veining on this side and put in the colors. Because what I do is I color complete from one side, so I'll do all the colors, whatever they may be, on this side, and then I'll do them on this side after I get the veining finished. For temperature butterflies, now you know I had already put in over 1,000 stitches, and I erased because I upped it. So I think it was like 1,000, I don't even know. Within the 3 days from Friday, Saturday, and today, I put in another 1,180 stitches. So that brought the total for this month up to 2,218 stitches on this piece. I want this, these are the temperatures for 2022, and I want it finished by 2023. So I feel a little like I'm ahead of plan on temperature butterflies, and I need to stay that way because I still need to do October, November, and December. But I'm feeling really good about it. This is being stitched on a 28 count Artemis by Bee Stitch Me. The veining and the butterfly body is $37.99, and I am using a sulky conversion of my own for all the temperatures. And I chose the range from like -10 to +100, and just chose my own colors for the sulky. So hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to roll this up and start on the last 3 butterflies. So that's where we are on temperature butterflies. I'm seeing, that's another piece where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, what, because I made the initial goal this month for that piece to be 700 stitches. Well, like I talked about in my last Flosstube, I just kept upping the goal as I went along. I would hit one goal, excuse me, I hit the 700 goal, and then I went for 800, and then I hit that goal, and I just kept going, and then that. And then when I started working on it on Friday, it was because I really didn't have, like, I have met all of the goals for this month for Magazine Monthly, and I didn't really have anything else calling to me, but temperature butterflies did. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put, you know, a few stitches in it. I'll finish the, you know, I'll work on the August colors, blah blah blah. And then the next thing you know, here I am, I've finished August and have moved on to September. So I am truly thankful that it's still calling to me, that I'm not like, oh, I don't feel like working on that. But because I have that goal of wanting it finished, if it called to me or not, it's gonna get stitched on, because I want it done. It may be like, no, I don't want to be done, but I'm like, yes, you need to be done. I need to move on from you. So that is temperature butterflies. And I do love temperature butterflies. I have one last WIP to share, and it is Summer Quakers. And I am working in this portion right here. And here's a picture of what it looked like when I last showed it. And here is where we are now. So I have put in all of the leaves. This is by Rosewood Manor, if I didn't say that. I've put in all of the leaves. These two flowers have been completed. I still have ninja stitches. There are 16 ninja stitches that I need to put in on this, and then I need to put in the start of the basket, which is right here. Now the top portion of the basket is on the same page. The bottom portion of the basket is on another page, but I want to complete the whole basket, so I'm going to do that. You can't even see. Oh, you can see them a little bit. These are the ninja stitches that are in there. There are like 16 of them in that reddish color. So my goal for this piece, when I started it at the beginning of the summer, was to get the page finished. I'm going to have to do a little bit more work other than the next 4 Sundays. There are 4 Sundays left before we get to autumn. And then at that time, I'll be pulling out my autumn Quaker. But in order to get the page finished for this, I think I'm going to have to put some work in it on some weekdays and not just on Sundays. Because like today, I haven't even stitched on it yet for today. I'm going to work on it when I do the upload for this video though. So, because I want to get this basket started and get it finished. And then I still have 2 motifs over here that need to be done. The way the page is cut, like I have a little bit of something that goes down that strip right there for this page. So I'll be working on that for the next 4 Sundays for sure, but I may have to throw in some work on it during the week so that I can make sure to hit the page finish before I have to put this away for the season. This is being stitched on a 28 count Palomino by Color and Cotton, and I'm using the called for Valdani threads on it. And if you could believe, these 2 flowers are 1 thread. It's just so highly variegated that it comes out like that. Like I love, for as expensive as they are, I love Valdani threads because they really do variegate, like they are highly variegated from one range to the next. And so the same with the all the different leaves. All those leaves are 1 thread. They come in a ball, and they're 3 stranded threads, and you just pull them off and stitch with them like that. But you can see some of them are tan, some of them are yellow, some of them have green in them. It's all 1 thread, which really, I really love working with them. So that is my summer Quaker. It'll be sad to put it away for the season. I think that the summer, I don't know, I think that the summer one is my favorite so far. I had really hoped, no, I'm not gonna say that. The summer one so far is my favorite, so it'll be sad for me to have to put it away when I move on to the autumn. But I have very little work in the autumn, so it'll be fun to see. And that's, you know, I'm already setting my goal for autumn, is that I'll be shooting for a page finish with the autumn one also, because I think that will keep me from having it over 20 years of stitching on it. So I put in 200 and, sorry, my back is itching. I put in 238 stitches in that this past time, for the past 2 weeks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my two finishes. My first finish is Snowman Trio. I finished this on August the 20th. And I put in a total of 431 stitches to finish this up. It's so cute. So that's finish number 1. And then finish number 2. Now I need to fully finish it so I can have it ready for the winter season. Finish number 2 is Joy to the World by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I made some adjustments because I don't know, you can tell me what you think, but there was a heart right here and I took that out. And then there was just some spare stitches right here, and I took those out also. So I took out this right here and this heart, but it does look a little bare, but I'm fine with it looking a little bare. I believe what I'm going to do is I think I have a 2023 charm, and I think I'm going to put that charm in this spot. Either that, or I have a candy cane charm also, I think, that I can put in here. I'm going to put a charm in there rather than that heart. So I finished this on August the 23rd, and it took 45 stitches to finish it. So those were my two finishes for this time, and I'm very excited about that. I need to start FFOing because I have several things that need to be FFO'd for the upcoming, well, not necessarily autumn, but for the Christmas winter season. I have a lot of stuff that can be FFO'd for that. So one thing at a time. This 2-week period, I put in, I stitched 3,997 stitches as combined for the past 2 weeks on all the projects that you saw. So now I'm going to move on to my investments and my Stitchy Kindness. I'm cleaning as I go. You know, I used to be a cook. I don't cook anymore, but I used to be a cook because I had a large family. And so I always made sure as I was cooking, I was cleaning, so that when it was all said and done, the kitchen would be clean, except for the dishes they was eating off of. And I wouldn't have to worry about a big old mess. And so now I do the same thing with my cross stitch. As I talk about it, I put it on the side. When I'm finished talking about all of them, they go back in the basket go back under the table like it was. That's how you keep your area nice and neat when you get done. Okay, so now for the investments, I'm going to start with Stitchy Kindness. And I have a couple of things. So my friends went to Minneapolis or Minnesota, and Miss Shelia and EJ, and they picked up this t-shirt for me. And if you know, you know, my baby. And so I haven't worn it yet because I wanted to make sure that I showed it on a video first. So there's my Party Like It's 1999 t-shirt. And then they went to Welcome Stitchery in Stitchville, USA. And they sent me some of their new stickers. Oh, it's not gonna focus. There it is. So I can't wait to put those in my calendar. And then they sent me this really pretty needle minder. And then EJ sent me a little, some glasses holders so that when I take my glasses off, they'll just hang around my neck. She's crazy. She the one who need them, but she sent me a pair too. And then they picked up a sticker for me. They sent me two beautiful cards. Here's the first one. And then here's the second one. I want to make sure I'm holding this correctly. Isn't that pretty? I used to make cards, so I know. And I do hold on to all the cards that I get from anyone. They also sent me some more of their new floss tags. A beautiful counting pen. Some more counting pens, or I could use these as decorative pens. I wonder why it say do not iron. Because nowadays you have to tell people every little thing, like coffee is hot. Like, who would have ever thought you'd have to tell somebody that coffee is hot? And then I also received, which I love these things. I already have one. I got one from the Black Needle Society box. But they are snack tongs. So if you're stitching, you can pick up your little Cheetos or chips with the tong and not get your fingers dirty. So I love these. So now I'll have a traveling pair that I could just stick in my travel bag and not have to worry about having something to eat my snacks with. Okay, Albert is having a fit. Come on. 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 I don't know. Oh, there he is. Look. 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 Say hello, everyone. Say, I need to go to the bathroom, but she's not taking me. Huh? Yes? Yes? You need to go to the bathroom? So now everyone should be able to have their Albert fix. I'm going to pause the video and get him to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Okay, now he's gone to the bathroom. He's good. We're all good. Everybody's good. So they also picked up for me at Stitchville the Sweet Heart Tree. K is for key, and it is a complete kit. So it comes, and this is what it looks like. It's a little blurry. Okay. So it has all these different Ks. It has the linen, and it has beads, and the key is in there also. So I'll be getting started on that. I think this is going to be my birthday start for 2024. So those were my Stitchy Kindness from my friends Miss Shelia and EJ, the Sunshine Stitchers. I probably need to leave that t-shirt out. I could wear it tomorrow for work. Okay, and then my friend Debbie, she sent me some Stitchy Kindness. And it is, which I am in love with, Debbie. Thank you so very much. I'm like, okay, I need to figure out fabric quickly. She sent me High Tide, and I have been wanting this chart. I just haven't purchased it. And so it goes all through all the different levels of the depths. You know, the one fish which is not on here is the fish that has the long thing hanging off his head with the light bulb on it. That would have been really fun in here, but I don't see one of those. But it's super cute. So I'll have to figure out when I'm gonna start that. I love the ombre look of the fabric going. So this is the sky with the seagulls, and then, you know, this is like where the waves start, and it starts going down, and down here is where it's, you know, dark. No sunlight penetrates that, and so I need to find a fabric. The called for fabric for this is 32 count Midnight Mermaid linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I might have to see if I can find some of that. But that is super pretty. And the threads it calls for are overdyes, DMC and Weeks Dye Works. So I'll have to, and Krynic. Lots of Krynic. So I'll have to see if I can find some Petite Treasure braid or something for that. And then she sent me this chart, and it does not, it's a complimentary mini chart. It's Iris and Bee, and I love irises. They were actually my flower for my wedding years and years ago. So I might have to start this as it turns out. So I am changing things up a bit because I have all of these projects that I want to start, and I never seem to get to want to start them. So I was talking on Virtual Stitchers to Garrett, and he was telling me that he does a new start every new moon, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I could do that. And as it turns out, the new moon is on what would have been my wedding anniversary, September the 14th. So I could start this on September the 14th but I ain't married no more. And I really don't celebrate my wedding anniversary anymore, but it's a new moon. And I like irises, so we'll have to see. I was trying to see. Yeah, she didn't call for like a fabric or anything like that. She just gives you the design dimensions. But maybe. I like bees, I like irises, maybe September the 14th will be the date for that. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, this is from Keepsakes. And I got 2 skeins of my toasted barley, which is from General Arts. And I'm going to put this in my Harriet Tubman chart so that I'll know exactly where it is when I need it. I also received like, I'm gonna figure out a way to get this 310 sticker off of here so I can put it on my calendar. But I received my fabric of the month from Rogue Stitching. And this month it is I get a 36 count, and it is Wise Wolf Ships Manor. So that's really pretty. That's one side. And then here's the other side of it. It's really pretty. I get a Edinburgh linen. So that'll go in my stash. And I have one other thing. I am in the, sorry, I got itchy nose, I got itchy chest. Oh, and they sent me a piece of candy this time. It's called Fantastic Jelly Fruit Slice. So I don't know what that would taste like, but it is squishy though. I am in the Sew Sampler Club at Fat Quarter Shop. And so I'm going to share with you what is in my Sew Sampler box for this month. I have already opened it. There is, this box is called the Golden Hour. And there's a coupon on the back of this. And then, so inside of here, this is tear-away quilting, which really intrigues me because I do not know how to free motion quilt. I've tried to learn on my domestic machine. I'm gonna have to just go and take classes because doing it via, sorry, Nat. Doing it via Zoom or, you know, a pre-recorded class is just not working for me. But this says just place quilt, just place quilt and tear away. So this is very interesting to me. I don't know if this is something that they're selling now on their website. I didn't really get a chance to check it out, but I'm going to. So this pattern is called Scribbles Petite. So I'm gonna look and see if they have other, because right now I'm not doing bed quilts, I'm doing smaller things. So if I could just lay a couple of those on like a table mat, and quilt it, that would be awesome for me. Awesome. There is a card that tells you, so let me read you about this Scribbles Petite Tearaway quilting paper. Meander past straight line quilting with the tearaway quilting paper from Urban Essentials, designed to help quilters add flair to their finished quilts with printed pantographs at home. This paper can be modified to any size by following the instructions. The Scribbles Petite design is their most popular edge-to-edge design, and basting spray and a shortened stitch length is recommended to quilt with this paper. I'll be trying it because it looks amazing. So one of the great things about getting these boxes is you always get a fabric bundle. And this is top up your creative juices with this serene set of prints and colors in Day in the Life by Echo Park for Riley Blake Designs. From shell pinks to evening blues, these calming hues are embellished with flowers, stripes, scattered dots, and even rainbows. Indulge in this specialty selected set of 9 fat quarters during your next sewing session. So I usually do not take them out of the, but I figure since I'm showing them, you might want to actually see what the fabric looks like. So I love the way they tie these little bundles up. Problem is you can't never seem to get them back the way that they did it. But I'm going to start sewing again. I have got to get back to, and I say it all the time. So here's the pink fabric. And there's a similar one in white. Here's rainbows. Here's a navy with a small floral print. Here are dots. A tiny green floral print. That's a box. And it's more of like a salmon color. And then they have it in a yellow gold. And then they have these diagonal lines in this navy blue. So very fun fat quarter bundle. Then there is a Creative Grids 1 inch by 1 inch ruler. This is called Metalar navy blue 50 weight thread. And then there is the pattern for what you could use these fat quarters for. And these patterns, when you get when you do the Sew Sampler box, these patterns are exclusive to the box. They don't release them within the shop. They come in the box, and that's only how you get these patterns. And so this one would be 74 and a half by 74 and a half. And it gives you the complete cutting instructions and the piecing instructions for it. And then they also are doing this free, Oh, well, it's not free because you buy it in the box. But it's called Pressed Flowers Quilt Along. And this is block number 5. Which is really pretty. It's called Rose. And these make 12 and a half by 12 and a half block. So that is my Sew Sampler box for this month. And I'm going to start using my stuff because I am a great collector. Like, I collect all the things, but then I can't keep collecting all the things. I've got to put some of the things, make some of the things, do some of the things, because I'm a good collector. And that is all of my investments in Stitchy Kindness for this time. I feel like I'm like been sunk down in a chair or something. So next are my plans for this, the rest of this month, which is a few days, and September. As you know, if you've been around for a while, September is AB Singo, and I will be participating. I have already, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I have already made my, I need to post it to the group, but I have already made my AB Singo board. And I have already filled out, I have filled out all of my projects. So now in the coming days, I'll be pulling all of my projects so that I can have them in my basket. I want to finish up the September needle row. The September needle row. The WIPGO numbers for September are 15. And for me, number 15 is Representation Matters. And number 1, which for me is a PDF pattern. So I'll be pulling those 2 things in preparation for Friday. Friday is the 1st. I cannot believe that we are already at September the 1st. Like, the years just fly by. It's unbelievable. I'm also going to start adding the colors for the September portion of my butterfly, temperature butterfly. And on Friday, I will be starting with Carolyn, the home of a needleworker, which I think is my Little House Needleworks. But I'll be starting that on Friday, September the 1st. So if you have that chart and haven't started it, if you have it and have started it, pull it out and work on it with us during the month of September. I know for sure I'll be working towards a 200, my new start equals 200 stitches. So I'll be getting at least 200 stitches into that chart during the month. I don't know how fast during the month I'm going to be doing it, because AB Single also starts on Friday. The letter will be called on Thursday night for us to start on Friday. And so I'll be doing a new project every day. I have done some where they are, I have done some projects where they're on the board more than once, but I'll just be waiting for the calls like everyone else. So that'll be exciting. I'll work on a different project every day, and my goals are always to put in 100 stitches when it's called. So that's what I'll be working towards. I thank you so very much for sticking in there with me, and all of your well wishes and thinking of me and lifting me up. I really do appreciate it a lot. Life sometimes just throws you a curveball, or not. I don't know. I think I just have a lot on me mentally, and so that is what has caused my depression to be so long lasting this time. But I thank you all for always sending me well wishes and lifting me up. It really, really, really means a lot to me. You will never know what it means to me. I thank you, and I want you to take care of yourself. Enjoy these not final days, but enjoy these days, these last few days of the summer, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.